Welcome to the Athletes Portal, Episode 1. Tap. Tap in, folks. So, what is this podcast about? Well, this podcast is a show about youth sports. We're going to start really focusing in on two sports, basketball and football, and we'll grow. We'll look at other sports. We will start talking about those sports later. We're going to start with basketball and football. The way it works with this podcast is we are going to interview the community that leads and supports the success of student athletes in the classroom, on the field, and life after sports. That is so critical because sports is temporary. It has an expiration. Also, the community is so important because nowadays in the modern sports world, this is not a solo mission. Success doesn't come just by yourself. It's not on automatic where you send your kid to your local middle school or high school sports team and say, they got it. No, the community for the success of the student athlete, that community looks like coaches, high school, AU, and college. That community also includes personal trainers, people who work on developing student athletes' body, nutritionists, skill-based trainers, mental health professionals, NIL agents now. It's a different world, right? Videographers. Student athletes need tape in order to promote themselves. And most important, parents who've raised successful student athletes. I can't emphasize this anymore because as someone who's gone through this process I have two student athletes. Parents who've been what you're going through, who are ahead of you, they can be the greatest resources. And that's why we're going to interview them. And here's the thing. There's no theory here, just reality. We're talking to people who are actually going through it. They're in the sports world as parents. They're involved. And a lot of them have kids who've already reached places where your kid may try to reach. So that is a tremendous learning lesson for people who tune into this podcast. So why am I doing this? Well, I love sports and I want to see young athletes succeed. And I know that educating people on the roadmap of what it takes to succeed is a great way to really contribute to that. I also have skin in the game. Like I said, my kids are athletes. I have a son who earned